Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our presentation. Thank you for being here. I'd like to start by introducing our team members. I'm Frankie Fabrash. I'm an 8-year Army veteran, and I will provide a brief overview of SkillLink.
I'm Jarrett Hosey. I'm a 4-year Army veteran. I'll be going over the main functionality of our app.
I'm Dylan Southwick. I'm a 4-year Navy veteran, and I will be covering the architecture of our application and some of the challenges we faced.
My name is Tommy Lusk. I'm a 5-year Marine Corps veteran, and I'll be demonstrating our web application.
And hello, everyone. My name's Yang, and on behalf of Team SkillLink, I'd like to welcome everyone to our presentation, and to all the friends who are watching me and know me, hello. I'll be covering the non-technical part of this project, and I will cover the stretch goals and end the presentation with Q&A session.
Okay, so what is SkillLink? Our initial project idea was to create a job searching tool that focuses specifically on skill alignment. Our target audience is users with particular skills looking to learn more about careers that match their skill set. SkillLink is a research tool that uses data from the U.S. Department of Labor, and it bridges the gap between skills and your next potential career. I will now pass it over to Jarrett, who will discuss how SkillLink actually works.
Thank you, Frankie. The first thing users will do is fill out a survey of 40 skills. They can select their confidence in each skill that is relevant to them. When they submit their survey, users will get a list of related careers based on their selected skills. They can select each one to find out more information, such as salary, education, and available job listings. And now I'll pass it off to Dylan.
Thank you, Jarrett. For the architecture of our application, we utilize the React JavaScript library for designing the user interface, and we use the Python framework Django to handle the bulk of our API calls on the back end. Also, with the Career One-Stop API, we were able to access job information that is populated directly from the United States Department of Labor. As for some of the challenges we faced as a team, we were initially using a different source for our job information, but we learned a few days into the project that we would not be able to access all the information we required. So we expanded our search to find a better resource. This was a reminder that we may not always succeed on the first try, and we should always be prepared to adapt. Another challenge we faced as a team was learning how to optimize our workflow in a remote environment. With half of us being in different time zones, it was difficult to maintain efficient contact. However, after implementing a team schedule, we were able to maximize our effective communication and focus on pushing forward with our project. I will now pass it over to Yang to go over team practices.
Thank you very much, Dylan. So far, we've covered the technical aspect of our project, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the non-technical parts. I will start off by saying the pair programming. At first, I was not fully appreciating the value of pair programming. But the more I do it, the more I realize how imperative it is to work with my teammates, especially when it comes to our team. Each team member has a very different skill sets and diverse strength. So I thought I was decent with JSON and React and Django, but whenever I pair program with my teammate, there's always something new I can learn from them. And also daily stand-ups and daily stand-downs just help us keep a track of where we are and stay on the same page. We always pull up the Trello board and go over the tasks we have planned for that particular day in the morning. And then by the end of the day, we always go back to the Trello board, make sure we have crossed off some to-do lists and evaluate how we did that day, where we did bad, and we can come up with a better solution for the second day. And pull requests and code review. This is a great habit I believe all of us have developed during the project production. As the project is larger and larger, we always open up a new branch whenever we develop a new feature to make sure that we keep our code clean and modular. And we always at least have 2 team members review the code before we merge the pull request. And that's a lot of PowerPoint slides so far. And now I'd like to pass it on to Tommy to give us an amazing video demonstration of our web.
Hello, everyone. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the SkillLink web app. We're currently looking at SkillLink's homepage, where users are presented with 2 options, either search jobs or enter skills. So let's go ahead and get started by selecting search jobs. Using the search job function is something that is likely familiar to most of you or anyone who has used popular job search engines like Indeed or LinkedIn. I can input keywords like software engineer and optionally a location. And as a result, I can get relevant job postings. On each one of these cards, you will find job title, company name, and date of the post. And lastly, you can also view specific requirements of the job by clicking View Details. Now, let's go back to the homepage because I'd like to demonstrate SkillLink's premier feature, which is the actual process of going from skills to jobs. I'll start by selecting Enter Skills and writing my local zip code. When I click Confirm, I'm now prompted with a brief survey. This survey is made up of 40 unique skill categories. These skill categories were actually created by the U.S. Department of Labor in cooperation with the American Job Center. These skill categories help to enumerate thousands of different career types. What SkillLink offers, though, is a new way for users to interface with this data. Rather than sifting through the data on my own, SkillLink bridges the gap between my known skills and unknown potential careers. So as previously stated, if some of these skill categories are not applicable to you, you can skip them. SkillLink does require a minimum of 8. So monitoring for me, maybe not so confident. Negotiation, no. Operational analysis, I'll give that very confident. Programming, very confident. I like to think so. I know my instructors are watching. We'll know for sure later. Systems analysis. Okay, I think that's enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and submit. And when I submit, I'm now presented with a list of potential careers based on my survey inputs. At this point, I can just shop around for careers that interest me. You may notice the gray badge at the bottom of each card. This badge leverages U.S. Department of Labor statistics on the growth rate of each career. So as I peruse this selection here, you'll notice that I'm probably going to pick web developers because that does interest me. And I'll click on full occupational details. And when I do, I can now see the career overview page for web developers. I can watch an informational video. I can check out things like median annual salary, daily activities, related occupations, and necessary knowledge, abilities, and skills for web developers. Then also, if I move over to related occupations, I can select another career like web administrators and view its overview page. So I think web administrators is pretty interesting, but I'm more concerned with being a web developer. So I'm going to go back to that page. Now, I know I want to be a web developer. I think I'm cut out for it based on the SkillLink match, but what if I don't have the formal education necessary? Well, in that case, you can just click on educational resources. And now I'm presented a list of educational resources specific to my location and becoming a web developer. Naturally, Code Platoon is at the top. If I want to contact a school directly, I can view the contact information on the card, or I can go right to its site by clicking View Site. So that concludes our demonstration. I'm going to pass it back on to Yang, who's going to talk about our stretch goals.
Thank you very much, Tommy. I'm already very proud of this amazing product we've done so far, but we can always make a great product even better. So that's why I'm here to talk about our stretch goals we have in mind. So the primary mission of our site is to aid job seekers in the job market. So it's always a better idea to provide them with even more learning resources. We can make external APIs to fetch more information such as Coursera and Udemy and display that on a website. We can also send end users email notifications about any new features we've developed or any new job postings in their local areas once they save that job. We were even thinking about embedding Google Map within our project, so that way user can have the option to toggle between a list view or a map view to help them visualize the entire project a lot easier. So at this point, we would like to conclude our presentation, and we're going to open the floor up to any questions and feedback. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Yang and SkillLink. If you have any questions, please post them in the YouTube chat. In the YouTube chat. We have one question coming in. What was the biggest technical hurdle you as a team had to overcome?
I can pick that question up. Thank you very much for asking that. I'd say learning React as a team. Working as a team, definitely, like I said, everyone has their strength and the things they're better at. We're at different levels when it comes to React and Django. So when we pair program, we definitely, I reach out to each other and teach each other how like, for example, the React hooks are used. A lot of reading documentations to make sure everybody's on the same page. And even though I know we spend a lot of time pair programming with each other, it's kind of like pair programming, making the product / tutoring each other how React works. So yeah, that's it.
Awesome. We have another one coming in. What all APIs were used for this data, and how did you choose which APIs you were going to use?
You want to take that one, Dylan?
Yeah, I know we initially were using one API, like I said before, but we ended up landing on Career One Stop for the bulk of our job outlook information. And I know as far as our job search, go ahead and take that one, Tommy.
So our job search, we have a job search autocomplete function or autocomplete feature that helps us to normalize our data to actually pull the open skills data, which is provided by the Department of Labor. So the autocomplete feature is a separate API that also pulls from Department of Labor. So the root of all the data comes from Department of Labor, but we have two different providers.
Awesome. Thank you. And that concludes all the questions for SkillLink. So thank you, SkillLink. And then